Another court rules against California's marriage amendment. What does this mean in the ongoing defense of one man, one woman marriage? This is the Citizenlink report. I'm Carrie Earll with Citizenlink Judicial Analyst Bruce Hausknecht. Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Carrie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for being with us today.
Sure.
The headline reads, Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals strikes down California's marriage amendment. This is the California amendment passed in 2008. Marriage is between one man and one woman. The gay activists, the same-sex marriage activists, if you will, challenged this in court. Were you surprised by this ruling?
No, I really wasn't, and I haven't found anybody who was surprised by this ruling. We're talking about the Ninth Circuit out of California, which is the most liberal circuit with the most liberal rulings and the most often overturned federal circuit in the nation. So no, this was kind of unexpected. This was something that we saw coming.
Well, this is another ruling. It seems like we have ruling after ruling on this, and we're still not done. Where is this case headed, and is there a last stop?
Well, right now, the possibilities are that the defenders of marriage, protectmarriage.com and the coalition members there, could ask the Ninth Circuit to hear it again en banc. En banc is simply Latin for the larger court. That would be an 11-member panel. And if they agree to hear it, then the Ninth Circuit's three-judge panel decision would then go by the wayside, and this new 11-member panel would then write its own opinion. That's one option. The other option is to go directly to the Supreme Court of the United States and ask them to hear it. So I understand that the proponents of Prop 8 have not decided yet which course they'll take, but those are the two options open to it. We fully expect to see this eventually reach the Supreme Court.
And we hope that that would be a more favorable ruling, but we wouldn't know till we got there.
That's correct. And the Ninth Circuit, and especially Judge Stephen Reinhardt, who's the head judge on this three-judge panel, has been overturned more than any other judge in the federal circuit. So he tried to write a very narrow opinion to maybe get by the Supreme Court this time, but we'll wait and see on that.
Well, this was a long ruling, as court rulings tend to be, 133 pages, and I know you read those pages. As you're looking at this, was there anything that jumped out at you that's of interest?
Well, this decision written by Judge Reinhardt was written in a way so that it would fall on the willing ears of Justice Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court when it gets to him. It was written so that Kennedy, who had written a previous decision back in the 90s on gay rights involving an amendment here in Colorado, it was written so that he would perhaps look on this reasoning with a more sympathetic ear. And for instance, Judge Reinhardt said, we're not saying that the Constitution requires same-sex marriage for all 50 states. We're saying that on a very narrow ruling, this should apply only to California on the same basis that this previous ruling that Justice Kennedy had written applies. So it was written for his ears and his eyes, and it's very obvious that that's what's going on here.
So they're kind of lobbying. This ruling was kind of lobbying ahead of time the Supreme Court, anticipating it might go there to say, this is what we want you to hear out of what we're saying today.
And that's exactly right. Half of these games in courts are legal and the other half are political. And the political part is where they write to certain judges who could be the swing vote. Justice Kennedy is usually the swing vote on these 5-4 cases, especially on social issues. So this decision was written for that swing vote.
As you're looking at this, Bruce, and again, I feel like ruling after ruling on this Prop 8, what does this say about the judiciary in the United States when we have this kind of an ongoing legal battle over something that we would think would be pretty simple? People want to define marriage as one man and one woman. Let's let them do that. Well,
this is really the judiciary operating out of its sphere of power and authority. We have the Ninth Circuit making an illegitimate decision redefining marriage, and they base it on the illegitimate California Supreme Court decision from 2008, which also threw out a voter-approved law defining marriage as one man and one woman. So they're building their case on one illegitimate court decision after another, and completely ignoring the will of the people in the process. So it it does not bode well for the future of the citizen voter in this country. And that's an issue that we've been following for some time, and we will continue to talk to our constituents about that.
Well, the people of California and 30 other states continue to say we want marriage to be one man and one woman when they go to the ballot box, and we'll just have to keep pushing the courts to let us have those rights. So, okay.
That's right.
Good. Well, thank you. Thanks for being with us today. And thanks for all of you who let us know what you're thinking by communicating with us via email. You can always write to us at mail@citizenlink.com. That's mail@citizenlink.com. You know, we often ask you to join us in prayer. Protecting one man, one woman marriage is certainly an area that's in need of prayer. And it's our prayer here that children will have every opportunity to be raised in a home with their own married mother and father. We're encouraged that you join us here, and we hope that you will be joining us in prayer as well. And remember, stand tall and be heard.